Good afternoon. The Commission on Elections says it has suspended the proclamation of two party lists. In a press conference, Comelec Chairman George Garcia says the National Board of Canvassers would later name the two party lists during the proclamation of party list winners at 3 p.m. on Monday, May 19. Garcia adds that one of the party lists whose proclamation was suspended has won 3 seats. Of all party lists, only Akbayan, Duterte Youth, and Tingog got 3 seats in the 28th Congress. Based on the National Certificate of Canvass, Akbayan led the race, garnering more than 2,700,000 votes, or 6.63% of the more than 41,600,000 total votes cast for party lists. Following Akbayan party list is the Duterte Youth with over 2,300,000 votes, or 5.57%, while Tingog party list placed third with more than 1,800,000 votes, or 4.34%. Garcia notes that one of the party lists has a pending case since 2019. Of these 3 party list groups, Duterte Youth has a pending case since September 3, 2019. In March, Kabataan Tayo, ang Pag-asa, filed an urgent motion for Comelec to resolve the petition to cancel the party list registration and or declare the nullity of registration against Duterte Youth. Petitioners said that the party list group made untruthful statements regarding the age of their nominees. One of the Duterte Youth nominees at the time was former National Youth Commission Chairman Ronald Cardema, who was disqualified by the Comelec. The party list law sets an age requirement for youth representatives at the maximum age of 30 years old on the age of the election. Cardema was already 34 by the time the 2019 polls took place. 2 suspects in the abduction and murder of Chinese-Filipino businessman Anson K and his driver have been arrested in a resort in Boracay. Based on a police report, authorities identified the suspects as Gong Wen Lee, alias Kelly, and a certain Wu Jiaping. The suspects were apprehended inside a resort at Station 2 before 2 p.m. on Saturday, May 17. In a separate police report, authorities identified the suspects as Gong Wen Lee, alias Kelly, and a certain Wu Jiaping. Philippine National Police spokesperson Brigadier General Jean Fajardo earlier disclosed that Gong was used by David Tan Liao, who is one of the alleged masterminds of the case, to lure Ke to a residence in Barangay Langka in May Kawayan, Bulacan last month. It was where the 2 victims were restrained and held by other suspects. Ke and his driver Armani Pabilio were last seen alive at Ke's office in Valenzuela City on March 29. Their remains were discovered inside nylon bags dumped in Barangay Macabud, Rodriguez Rizal on April 9. Ke's family reportedly received a ransom demand worth $20 million or 1.14 billion pesos. They eventually paid 200 million pesos in cryptocurrency in multiple tranches. The ransom money was tracked by authorities to the electronic wallets of 2 casino junket operators. Former United States President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer that has spread to his bones and is reviewing treatment options, according to his office. In a statement released by Biden's office, the 82-year-old Democrat was diagnosed with cancer after he experienced increasing urinary symptoms and was seen for a new finding of a prostate nodule. It says the cancer appears to be hormone sensitive, adding that Biden and his family are reviewing treatment options with his physicians. U.S. President Donald Trump says he was saddened by the news and wishes Biden a fast and successful recovery. Meanwhile, in a post on X, Biden's former Vice President Kamala Harris says that Biden is a fighter. She adds that she knows Biden will face this challenge with the same strength and optimism that have always defined Biden's life and leadership. The statement also states that Biden's cancer was found to have a Gleason score of 9 or grade group 5. According to the American Cancer Society, prostate cancer that looks very abnormal is assigned the highest rating, which is grade 5. Biden left office in January 2025 as the oldest serving U.S. president in history and was surrounded by questions over his health and age for much of his term. Motorists should brace for a big-time fuel price increase this week, with oil firms announcing a hike of up to 1 peso and 70 centavos per liter. In separate advisories, Sea Oil, Petrogas, and Clean Fuel says the prices of diesel would jump by 1 peso and 70 centavos a liter. Prices of both gasoline and kerosene will also increase by 1 peso and 20 centavos per liter. The fuel price increase will be effective on Tuesday, May 20. This week's price increase comes after 2 consecutive rounds of price cuts. Industry players earlier said the potential increase in pump prices could still be attributed to the United States and China trade tension and the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries' outlook of a slower supply growth this year. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.